Wrestling fans, what is going on? Your boys are back for another episode of the Piledriver podcast, and we got a big show for you today. Boy, do we ever. First and
Ooh,
foremost,
buddy, you are right. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought we
you're
were
good.
doing a little tit for tat there. First, no, you are
My
not
fault.
wrong. You are not wrong. We have a giant show coming up this weekend. NEOPro Wrestling presents All Wrapped Up live from Salem, Ohio. For the first time, Salem will be getting the talents of NEOPro. And then after we get done talking about NEOPro, we're going to be joined by one of, if not the best tag team in the Midwest. Warhoss will be on the Piledriver podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
You heard that right. Warhoss. Can't
So,
wait to sit down and talk with those boys. They've been on a
100%.
roll. But
100%, dude. I mean, we haven't seen them in a while, but still, they're doing amazing things. If you're following them on our socials, you're definitely seeing it. They're still killing it, OCW or not. But that's for later. This is for now. First and foremost, Big Dog, how are you, my friend?
good, man. Another Browns victory.
By the skin of our fucking teeth, but oh my God,
I'll
I'll
take
take
it.
it.
I will take it. We are 9-5. I had to get out the way. So
Firmly in control of our own destiny at this point. I mean, you just keep winning. I believe the Browns are 7-1 at home, though. That's the biggest story of the season for me. And on all honesty, we have held down home turf. We
yeah,
don't. The dog pound shows up. We are loud. The defense definitely showed up today, and I mean, like I said, we're 7-1 at home, dude. The Browns
man,
are
it
holding down at home. Go Browns.
was like 20, almost 25% of our starting roster has season-ending injuries.
We lost everybody on the line. Everybody on the line besides Wyatt Teller is a different person with Joe Batonio going down today. Joe Batonio went down today and left the game, and a new lineman came in for him. And Wyatt Teller is the only starting lineman from the beginning of the season left
Yeah,
in our starting lineup. And we're still, like Dean said, 9-5. We're still firmly in second place in the AFC North. If the Ravens, I mean, the Ravens are currently playing the Jaguars right now as we record. If the Ravens lose, that's works for us. I mean, it's only going to be better for us if they lose out and we
I
just
hope they
keep.
lose, but I also
Yeah,
hope Lamar Jackson balls out a little
that's because it's your fantasy. We don't play that shit when it comes to the Cleveland Browns, baby. All right, let's get into Neo Pro Wrestling coming up this Saturday. I know it's close to Christmas. They decided to give us some presents.
bit. Yeah.
Saturday, December 23rd at the Quaker Hall in Salem, Ohio. Neo Pro Wrestling presents All Wrapped Up live. I'm looking for a start time here. But I know that Jake Crist is going to be in the building, and that's all that really matters. Here we go. Front row VIP and Jake Crist meet and greet doors at 4:15. Second row VIP doors at 5. Regular GA doors at 5:30. Bell is at 6:00. We have the first ever Neo Pro champion, Patrick Hayes, is in the building.
Beastman is in the building.
Salem's own, the hometown son, Thomas Adams, is in the building.
The return
And
of Wilbur Whitlock.
I'm really excited about that, if we're being 100% honest. And I mean, not only that, on this right here, okay, two of my favorite tag teams going today. The newly crowned two-time Mega Tag Team Champions, Cash Inc., will be taken on members only. Holy smokes. Like this is going to be phenomenal. Okay, let's get into
Remember
it.
how
First
excited we were when DD
first
Trash
match.
was going to be taking on members only?
I remember, and it turned into when they were supposed to, yeah, and it turned into
They were supposed to, but
or what was it? Members trash only.
yeah, trash only.
Trash only. All right, well, let's talk about this because this match was recently added. We got a pre-show match.
A big one too.
A big one. One of our favorites here at the podcast, and another one who was one of my favorites when we used to see him all the time. Now I barely see him anymore, and it sucks. Colton Quinn going one-on-one with the Thunderbird, Jake Ely.
In a Neo Pro Invitational Showcase 2. The winner of this match will receive a future NEOPro Championship match.
Like, okay, so I mean, basically, Colton Quinn or Jake Ely is going to be your number one contender. And this is huge for a pre-show match, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, how do you make that a pre-show match? That's like main event match right there. That's your next champion or your next number one contender. I mean,
So Salem's getting Christmas early, man. We posted that early. They're getting an early Christmas present. They're starting off with an absolute banger.
No, 110%. 110%. And I mean, like I said, that match alone is going to be that's going to be a great match. I don't even know who you're going to pick. I don't know who comes out on top of this. Jake could come out on top. Last we seen from Colton Quinn, he got absolutely demolished by the Beastman. So I don't know.
I don't either. Beastman's going to be in the building too. So what the hell is he doing? He can get involved at any point in time throughout the night.
Beastman has all but shown that he'll do whatever the hell he wants at any given time.
And no one's going to stop him. Next, man, this card's absolutely stacked, but this is something that's been brewing up for a little while now. If you've been following,
I know where you're going.
Don Tavio versus Pastor CeeLo. This has been brewing up. It's a few. Matthew Taylor's been getting involved. Pastor CeeLo's been getting his ass whooped.
Bro.
And Don Tavio just kind of sat there and watched. That's how Pastor CeeLo feels. This has been brewing up, and they're going to go at it one-on-one.
It's crazy how much this has been going on between Pastor CeeLo and Don Tavio. It's, man, I don't know what to think. It wasn't the same Don Tavio that we look, and I just keep saying it. I keep saying it the correct way because it wasn't the person that we know. That person that I saw at NEOPro, at Ascent, that was not Don Tavio. That was not my boy. I don't know who that guy was. All right. I don't know who it was, but he came out and it was just, it's like his
aura was different.
The whole everything about
energy was off. Man. He was just, like you said, it wasn't him.
We're going to see this Saturday if it's going to be Don Tavio that we get or Don Tavio. Because that's how I'm differentiating.
Is this how we're doing it? Are we getting Don Tavio?
Are we getting our boy? Are we getting our boy Don Tavio that was on the Piledriver podcast in the past? Or are we getting this new guy that just seems just like a completely different person? Like he's completely changed. And it's just like Dean said, the aura on him is different. It's like the gospel of the light has touched him in some way.
I know.
I don't know what to think about this. I don't know who to. This is one of them ones where I don't know who to root for because I don't know if there's any ulterior motives or anything. I don't know, man. We'll see. This is gonna be another fire match that I don't know. What's Pastor CeeLo come out with this time? He doesn't have a collection plate anymore.
Fishbowl.
I know he was Fishbowl. That's a good one, actually. Fishbowl.
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 Get some kids to bedazzle it all up, make it look all nice with a good one. Yeah.
Yes. Like I said at the beginning of the show, the fishbowl got me. Sorry. Like I said at the beginning of the show, another match we got coming up is a tag team match that, very much could have implications in. We know that NEOPro has a tag team division. We know that they are working on, getting belts or something to that nature. We know that there are tag team championships on the horizon eventually, I would assume. So for both of these teams, this could actually put them in a nice place here because Studio 86 has been basically running NEOPro's tag team division. They're undefeated. They haven't lost at all. So Cash Inc. coming in. Last time they were here, I think they took a loss as well, which sucked. But going against members only, a very solid tag team who, I mean, we've mainly seen with AIW, but we've also seen it at NEOPro before. We've seen it Mega before. We've seen him at OCW before. We're very familiar with both of these teams.
Yep. Very familiar. That's good.
Now, yeah. Go ahead.
No, the NeoPro's got a strong tag team division, and these two teams are one of the best out there right now. I'm excited to see what happens, what kind of implication this has going forward. Obviously, you got to figure when and where NeoPro announces these tag team titles, it's going to be happening. You figure Studio 86. I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of these teams going at them for the title to be crowned inaugural tag team champions.
Oh, 110%. It could be Studio 86 versus one of these two teams. But don't you leave out Saturday Night Special?
Yeah.
Don't leave out the team that we're talking to later, buddy. Warhosses too. That's a tag team. You know, when they hear gold, they just come sniffing. So the tag team division is very strong in NeoPro, and this is a perfect example as to why young superstar athletes, in my opinion, coming out and they're going to put on a hell of a tag team match.
And that leaves a perfect segue for the next one. Not only does NeoPro have a strong tag team division, they've also shown that they have a strong women's division as well.
I'm glad. Look, I'm so glad that you used a segue like that because, look, here was my segue. Are you ready? Both of these tag teams were very well known. Now we're going to talk about a couple women that I'm not really familiar with. We've seen Nurse Mika once. I don't really know anything about Rory Shield.
The Warrior Shield's a young upcomer. Nurse Mika
I've
captured some gold over the weekend.
I've heard about them. Again, but I've only seen them multiple times. I've seen Cash Inc. 30 times in the past year. I've seen Members Only 30 times in the past year. I saw Nurse Mika once. I've never seen Rory Shield. So, like,
well, how many independent promotions, and I'm not like taking a shot at any of them. How many independent promotions out here in Northeast Ohio actually have a decent women's division?
That's true. Couple.
Not many. I mean, no, AIW.
Couple.
Shayna Baszler still their champion last I heard.
So
that's been years.
Couple.
Yeah.
Jocelyn.
I'm not like hating on them. It's just like.
No, I agree. I agree with it 110%. And I mean,
negative statement, but time and time out.
Speaking of, and I mean, obviously, and I mean, Mega has a pretty solid women's division. Speaking of, it's, you know, we'll talk about that later because we've had one match announced for the next show, and we'll talk about that after NeoPro. But you got women's division. You got me sidetracked. I went on a tangent. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. But yeah, Nurse Mika, Rory Shield, two upcomers. That I mean, Nurse Mika's been having a phenomenal year just as well. Rory Shield's an up-and-comer. I'm not too familiar with her as well. I did some research on her. She can go from what I've seen.
I mean, last time we saw Nurse Mika, she fought Angel Metro and Jessica showed up.
Yeah.
So we didn't really get a full match, but I'm pretty sure that Jessica pinned Angel Metro or Nurse Mika. I'm sorry. And then now she's trying to feud with Angel Metro. So it'll be nice to see Nurse Mika back. She was a very good wrestler. Very, very good wrestler when she was there. Like I was thoroughly impressed. She hated us in the front row, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, she was a great wrestler.
She may have hated us, but we're still giving her credit because she's going to be mentioned in something that we have coming on tomorrow that should be posted. We'll be getting to after we cover NeoPro.
100%. But this, you spoke about this in the beginning of the show, and this is what I'm most excited about. As you know, I'll be front row here. We didn't get one last time because my boy was injured. I will get my Wilbur Whitlock hug. My boy Wilbur Whitlock is back at NeoPro Wrestling. Thank Jesus. I'm sure he's going to come back, and I'm sure he's coming for Patrick Hayes because he was supposed to. He's got some words. I guarantee it. Because he was supposed to be in this match. He was supposed to be in this, you know, at Ascent. He won his way there. It was supposed to be his title shot against Patrick Hayes. And unfortunately, injury sidelined him, and you know he had to take the consequences. But now He's back, so he's gonna have something to say.
Are you? Should we thank Santa or should we thank Jesus for this? Because I mean,
I don't know if you want to thank Santa because I'm pretty sure he's gonna get beat up later on in the evening.
oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah, so let's talk about our next match and how we think this one's gonna go, ladies and gentlemen. The Gospel of the Light, my savior, Matthew Taylor, going one-on-one with Saint Nick, Santa Claus, Santa Claus, jolly old fat man with the beard.
What do you do? What are you gonna do? If Santa just comes out and just
Dude, just
fucking
mollywops
stuns.
the shit. Just beats the shit out of
Kicks
Matt
Matthew
Taylor.
Taylor in the stomach, just hits him with a stone cold stunner, and just dude. I wonder what Santa's finisher is.
The Santa Claus stunner? What are you talking about? I showed you his finisher earlier in the Mortal Kombat game.
Oh yeah.
He'd probably call it like the candy cane or something. He could do like a stretch muffler. He could do like a stretch muffler and just call it the candy cane. You wrap your leg around your neck and just hold him up there, like, you know, just rename it the candy cane because he's Santa Claus.
What's gonna happen here? Is Santa gonna get his ass whooped?
Dude, I'm not sure. Is Santa gonna try to bribe Matthew Taylor and or tell him that he's been on the naughty list?
I mean,
what if Matthew Taylor makes the naughty list, dude? How does he react to that?
I don't know. I'm excited for this.
I'm really excited for this too. I hope Santa gets his ass whooped because I'm still waiting on a weenie whistle from 1993.
What's the worst present you've ever gotten?
We're not going to talk about it because that's in the top 5. That's my top 5.
Let's go!
It was actually a mix of both. I was going to say what are the best and worst presents you could got. You'd have to specify, but you could still, we're going to top 5 because I don't want to.
Right.
I haven't really got a bunch of shitty presents in my lifetime.
Right.
But so yeah, I was going to do best, but worst can be it. How about top 5 best presents you've ever gotten?
Your honorable mention's your worst.
And the honorable mention is your worst. Good call. Good call. Okay. So that's the top 5 for the night. But yes. I'm not sure if Santa Claus is going to get his ass whooped or not. I'm really confused. What if he comes out with elves?
Santa's a shapeshifter, bro.
That's true too. I don't know. I don't know. But also, Matthew Taylor's not going to come alone. He's coming with Jexy. He's coming with Hardway Sam Holloway. I guarantee. It even says on the flyer, Matthew Taylor with Samuel Holloway. Like
Samuel Holloway's going to jump Santa.
Exactly. Santa Claus is going to get beat the fuck up.
They better at least let Santa take his glasses off. He never hit a man with glasses.
Never hit a man. That's right. I agree with that statement, sir. Another match. Okay, so we got a couple more that I'm really excited about. Obviously, one being Jake Crist, Impact superstar Jake Crist will be in action against the one, the only Christian Napier.
The blue side.
The blue side of 440. So, I mean, dude.
Choose your side. I got the new.
Is that what you're going to wear?
Repping both.
I was going to say, is that what you're going to wear if you come to the show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think he'll like that very much. He might not like your yellow side.
Fight me.
I mean, are you sure you want that?
Yeah.
Against Christian? I don't know. I've seen him do some crazy things, bud. So have you. I've seen him hang off the rafters. Remember when he elbow dropped right in front of us through that table off the rafters in that building? Yeah. Yeah. Remember that? That happened. But Jake Crist, Jake Crist, obviously no slouch either. Impact superstar. We've also seen him before. This match is going to go hard.
Dude, this match is going to go. This could be match of the night.
No, I don't disagree with that at all. This match could definitely be a 5-star match. This match could definitely be match of the night. This match could definitely be upset of the night. Because let's not I'm not doubting Christian in any way when I say this. but that's Jake Crist. You know what I'm saying? Obviously,
But that,
90 the betting lines would have Jake Crist as the
oh,
favorite.
oh, for sure. But we all seen Christian's promo,
Oh, yeah.
the fire starter. Don't count him out. You never know.
Oh, I'm not. I would never.
I mean, he is in 440. Could Faith in Nothing just show up and assist him?
They definitely could. I mean, Faith in Nothing has been
Could you
known to
imagine?
just do whatever the fuck they want. So,
Because they can. And just like the Kogar brothers, too.
no, 100%. I mean, but this match, again, to candidate for match of the night. But then as we had found out when NEOPro said they were coming to Salem, Ohio, Salem's own Thomas Adams put out a challenge for anybody. He wanted to fight anybody. He wanted to wrestle in his hometown. Not only did he get somebody to accept his challenge, it is the NEOPro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Patrick Hayes has accepted his challenge and will be actually putting his title on the line. He has so much confidence in his abilities, and then, or maybe in his own abilities or in the lack of Thomas Adams' abilities, that he thinks he's going to defend his title. So Thomas Adams, newcomer, gets a shot. The first defense from Patrick Hayes. How do you feel?
Can go.
Thomas Adams can go. I was sent some clips by NEOPro management about, because I was unfamiliar. And now me and Thomas Adams are friends on Facebook. So, or he follows the Piledriver. I saw it, and it popped up. His name popped up in our feed, so that was pretty cool. And I was like, oh, I know him because obviously we're gonna see him in this weekend. So I was like, that's fucking cool.
I love what we do.
But how do you feel about like this as a first title defense? Like, no disrespect to Thomas Adams.
No, yeah, no disrespect to Thomas Adams.
But don't you feel like this should be Wilbur's shot?
Yeah, especially since he's able to return.
So
I wonder if Wilbur's gonna come out and have something to say during this match.
To say about that kind of like, like, hey, I should be a part of this. I don't know. This is
Do the whole Dolph Ziggler thing. It should have been me.
It should have been me.
I mean, yeah. If anyone deserves that first title shot, it should be him. Because I mean,
that would make sense. But again, Thomas Adams is going against Patrick Hayes.
This is a hell of a first defense for Patrick Hayes.
Oh, 100%. It's 100%. I'm not sure this was a deal. No, that was the deal. That was not anymore. That was on the 16th. If you bought the VIP tickets, I just wanted to let everybody know, give everybody the information in case you didn't see it. If you bought the VIP tickets, the front row seat VIP tickets, you get 415 entry, exclusive meet and greet with Impact superstar Jake Crist, and actually current Wrestling Revolver world champion. Signed 8x10, a signed 8x10, and a photo on your phone with Jake, and you get the exclusive pre-show match. You only get the pre-show match if you get the VIP. Like the red GA does not, you don't get to see that. That's afterwards. So
Speaking Wrestling Revolver's coming back to Dayton in January. We need to go.
I would like that as well. Let's talk to our friend Phil.
Hi, Phil.
Hi, Phil. So yeah, let's give a shout out to Phil, and we'll talk to him and see about getting down there in Dayton in January. Cause yeah, that would be fucking cool too.
Boxing's gonna be there. Masha Slamovich.
I do want to get into a little mega real quick. I'm gonna wrap up NEOPro this Saturday, Salem, the Quaker Hall. I believe it's called the Quaker Hall. Yes, Quaker Hall, Salem, Ohio. Get there, all wrapped up. It's going to be a phenomenal show. Now, my question is, we both know that the NEOPro management was in the house for Night of Champions 25. We know that NEOPro listened to the show last week, so they know that the Night of Champions got a 5 out of 5 Piledrivers. The very first show ever to get a 5 out of 5 Piledrivers, actually. I believe that or not. I went back and looked.
Yeah. It was.
The very first show to ever get a perfect pile driver score. Do you think NEOPro's got something up their sleeve? NEOPro has never let us down. They have always come with something crazy. The only reason they got dinged last show was because of Wilbur. And that wasn't even their fault. But hey, I didn't get to see Wilbur. And
I mean, I feel like a lot of the reason they got the perfect score, I mean, it was a phenomenal show, but the 25 years kind of added to it.
agreed. There was a lot of nostalgic to it.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I don't doubt one bit that NEOPro is going to come out here and put on a phenomenal show. Salem is in for an absolute treat.
I agree. NEOPro's
here, baby. NEOPro's here.
No, I agree with that statement 110%. NEOPro this Saturday. Make sure you get there if you ain't got tickets. Last I checked, let me go to the website real quick. Less than 10. This was posted 6 hours ago. Less than 10 front row VIP remain. Get them before they're gone. Second row VIP and general admission are still available. Get over and get your tickets at neoprotix.com. Or they will be you'll be able to get tickets in person. You can get your general admission or second row VIP if they're still available come showtime, which I don't see why they would be. But yeah, that'll be this. Yeah, I'm surprised front row's not sold out by now.
That's crazy, man.
But that'll be this Saturday, and come out enjoy some good wrestling. Let's talk about Mega before we get into our interview with Warhoss, because I got them boys coming in soon. Mega Championship Wrestling put on Night of Champions 25 last weekend, right? Monday, maybe Tuesday, they announced the next show, which I believe is called The New Frontier.
That is correct, good sir.
And I'm going to attribute that one to new Mega Champion Alex Daniels, who likes to call himself the Captain Kirk of Mega Championship Wrestling or wrestling in general. But this is basically a tribute to him. And we already have one match announcement. And then we have a pile driver a Mega Championship Wrestling / pile driver announcement, because I'm sure you've seen it already, but we're going to tell you too. Front row sold out already.
Which is crazy. Sold out Friday, I think.
The show is February 3rd. The show it's more than a month away. And it's sold out already. Now, I will say that the poster for this show is phenomenal. Okay? Right up front, boy, you have the new heavyweight champion, Alex Daniels. Bloody Alex Daniels. On, what is that? His right, my left, your left, if you're looking at the poster. Matt Cross.
Mad Dog Matt Cross.
Matt Cross, bro. Right above Matt Cross, two of my favorites. They put them right next to each other. Butchie B and the Ultra Star Ashton Day. And then across from them, Ashton's opponent at Night of Champions, Shogun, Suplex Shogun Jackson Stone. And the reigning, defending Brass Knuckles champion, my boy, Chris Onyx on the poster, dog.
Looking good on that poster,
on the poster, dog. And then down below him, the participant in the first match that was been announced, Megan Myers is going one-on-one with Angelica Risk. It's got a tilde on it, on the E on Angelica, so I don't know if I don't know if I'm saying it right. She's making her debut at Mega Championship Wrestling.
I did my research.
She's current. I was going to say, go ahead, tell them. I did a little research too, but there's some on the Mega stuff here. She's currently the reigning title match ladies night out champion, and she's been in AEW, she's been in Elevation, and she's been in Ring of Honor. Both of these women have trained at the Nightmare Factory.
Yeah.
This should be a phenomenal match.
I can see why front row was already sold out.
Front row's already sold out. I mean, this is just ridiculous, man. I don't even know.
She
Like,
seems like she's a phenomenal wrestler. We all know Megan Myers is one of the best female wrestlers in the country, if not the world. It's
yeah,
very slap.
110%. Like,
I'm
I'm not
excited.
familiar with her at all. I'm definitely gonna need to do some research. I said that last time, when I saw the poster. But to put her up against Megan Myers, to know that, they both trained at the Nightmare Factory. They both have crazy good experience. They've both wrestled on AEW. They've both wrestled, for multiple other promotions. They've both held gold. Again, we know what Megan Myers can do. So this match is going to be phenomenal already. We're not going to get into it. I do want to get we're not going to have time to get a top 5 in, bud. So we're going to do your best present that you've ever gotten.
One best, one worst.
One best, one worst.
Man, I remember getting my Nintendo 64 with GoldenEye and all that. That was probably like, I don't know why that's that one specifically. Like, my parents have blessed me with every system for Christmas, but for some reason, N64 is like embedded in my brain more than the others. At that time, I was just so hype. Remember wise, so that's gonna be my best. My worst is I don't know what the hell happened.
I was gonna say you don't have to put out in the universe who got you the present. Don't don't put it out there in case they're listening.
I don't know what the hell happened. My sister got one present that wasn't really for her, and I got a pink Barbie convertible, bro.
That was yours. That was meant for you.
I picked it up and I looked right at my mom. It wasn't from mom. It wasn't from mom. I don't know who it was from. I mean, I do, but
look, no, I got one of those. That's where mine's coming from. I can't wait to tell you about it.
I kind of looked at mom like, bruh, what is this? That was probably my worst.
That's funny.
Some tags got switched.
So my favorite present that I've ever gotten in my entire life. That's a tough one. That's a tough one because I've got some sweet shit, but I think I'm gonna have to take it kid too. I'm gonna have to go like Super Nintendo because I remember when I opened up my Super Nintendo or my Sega that I both got one on. I got one that was like the year when I was a kid. I got Super Nintendo this year. I was like 7 or something like that, 8. Super Mario World, and then the next year I got Sega, and like because we weren't rich like that to get both. But yeah, when I got the Super Nintendo, dude, and you were just playing it because I used to go to my uncles and my aunts down in Tennessee, and they had a regular Nintendo that I would just play all the time. You remember blowing the fucking games?
Yeah.
It tells you not to blow in the games, and you're blowing in them anyways.
You gotta go slow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody had their own. Everybody had their own fucking way to do it. And my way was better than your way.
Sometimes you have like not press down all the way, just do like
you kind of hold it there. And my worst present ever. All right. So we used to go to this thing with my grandma. It was like the Slovak club or something like that. I don't know. They bowled there when we were young, but they used to have a Christmas party and they had this old ass Santa Claus, right? One time, and they just wrapped presents. I don't know if people donated them or where these presents came from. I was a little kid. And I distinctly remember opening up a fucking dog toy. Like it was like a fucking like this is what you're handing out to kids? This is what you're giving to kids. Dog toys. Dog toys.
Wonderful.
Like it had like a little squeaker in it. Like it was like,
hell no.
Like football shaped or something like that, or basketball shaped, but it had a squeaker in it. Like, come on, dude. Come on. So that's by far, probably one of the worst, like off the top, when people say worst presents, I think of that one every time. I got shitty presents from that thing a couple years in a row, though. Like them little handhelds that you thought it was Mario, but it was just like some, plumber that wasn't. His name was like his name was like Mariam or something like that. Just crazy,
fucking crazy knockoff.
But yeah, that was probably the worst present I've ever gotten. But that was good. I do want to shout out real quick. If you're in the area of Lorain County, get over to Jamie's Flea Market on a Wednesday, on a Saturday. Check out Wrestling for You. They got all the wrestling merchandise that you could ever want, all the toys, all the cool shit, man. I'm actually thinking about doing something with them maybe for Christmas, and we'll give a toy away to some kid, to a lucky child.
Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
So, I'm gonna talk to George this weekend, and we'll talk to them. Maybe we'll get in touch with Colt Johnson as well. But yeah, stop over there. Stop over at Colt Johnson's Trading Post. He's got all vintage toys over there. That's cool stuff as well. And just walk around Jamie's Flea Market and hang out. They got all kinds of stuff you could want.
So many goodies there. I love Jamie's.
Make sure to get over to Believe Land Media. Do all of our podcasts. Check out all of our podcasts. Make sure to listen to Brown Orange Weekly this week, as we're going to be hyping up them Browns. I guarantee it. Guardians of the CLE, the Guardians have the first Brown draft pick, number 1. We got number 1, so that's pretty exciting. We haven't had number 1 in a long, long time. And then, all things Cavalier, all the stuff we're doing with high school sports is really cool. We're actually talking about maybe doing some color commentary for some high school sports. So that would be, if that works out in our favor, that would be sweet, I think.
Absolutely.
And make sure to follow everything that Believe Land Media is doing. We're currently just blowing up. We're growing in 2024. We're prospering. We're blowing up headed to this year, and on all fronts, I think. So
I agree.
Shout out to everybody. I can't wait to keep on rocking it.
Love the team. You guys are all family. Go to all of our bios, hit the link in the bios. You got a quick link to everywhere you can find us: Spotify, Apple, all the other socials, TikTok, Instagram, Threads. Sorry, you name it, we're on there.
110%, man. Yeah, like Dean said, get over and follow our stuff. NEOPro this weekend, Mega Championship Wrestling. We'll let you know what happens, what we know when it comes out. But don't go anywhere. Stick around. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our guest, the best in the Midwest, Warhoss. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the best tag team in the Midwest. I mean, these guys have been all over. They've held multiple titles in basically any company that they've walked into. Warhoss, thank you so much for joining us, guys. How you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having us.
Been a long time coming.
Well, you say long time coming. You guys have been dodging us.
It's not really a dodging, man. We like I said, we haven't seen you guys very much since OCW. We're hoping that comes back, but we haven't been able to see you guys at our promotions that we go to around here. So, I mean, that's kind of why we wanted to get you on, see what you guys have been up to. I know I talked to you earlier, and currently you guys are holding 7 tag team titles in 7 different companies.
That is correct. 7 different companies, 3 different states, if I am correct.
You guys are killing it right now.
Yeah, we're trying
you guys
to,
are
man.
the best in the Midwest for a reason.
Well, that's kind of like our brand that we're trying to put out there, especially going into 2024, is that we want people to understand, like, when we say we're the best in the Midwest, we believe it, and we want to show everybody, like, once you get that opportunity, once you put us in front of a crowd, you can't stop us. Like, we're literally one of the best tag teams out there. I can honestly say that.
I mean, I agree with you 110%. I didn't mean to cut you off, Dean, but as we all said, and we've said on the podcast before, when I would run ringside camera for OCW, I got to see you guys do damage up close and personal. We've seen you do damage sitting front row at NEOPro Wrestling. We've seen you guys kill it all over the place, man. It's just, you guys are definitely one of the top tag teams, in my opinion.
Appreciate that. Yeah, the tag team wrestling is like really, there's not a lot of tag teams out there, but there are a lot of tag teams out there, if that makes sense. Like, there's so many talented teams out there, and you just, like, our goal is to, like, we want to be able to wrestle any tag team, any style, doesn't matter.
Yep.
That's what we're trying to prove. And so once we get the opportunity to do that, we step up, we make it happen. At least that's what
I agree.
No, yeah, 110%, man. And it's hard these days. I agree with there's tag teams, but not a lot of tag teams have your guys' cohesiveness, so to speak. The brotherhood, they haven't been doing it for so long where, they're kind of just get thrown together and they kind of try to make it work.
Right.
Or if they're not making it as a singles wrestler, they kind of try to get a tag team. Whereas, I don't know. I think I've seen you guys in singles action maybe one time,
It was
that
really
was like,
weird.
but that was
It was
due to like a
very,
stipulation in OCW where you guys were fighting DD Trash or something, and they split you up, and you
Yeah.
had sync matches against them. So like,
Yeah,
I did want to go ahead.
I was gonna say it's very rare. Like I had a conversation with Mike Power one time from like the end before when they were tagging, and he said once you decide to be a tag team, you got to be a tag team. Like there's no in between. There's no maybe or maybe not. It's like we're a team. We've had promoters that want to split us up just because, and like no, you either take us as a package or you don't.
Right.
And that's a sacrifice you have to make. So.
Yeah, it's like try to like you mean like try to like benefit their storyline or something like that. They would try to like
we had one guy.
to...
Yeah, one guy that literally is like, "Hey, I want you guys to come in, lose your titles in a hardcore match, and then the story will be you guys winning them back." And I'm like, what about the other promotions we have to defend them at? Like they're not your titles. So like it was sometimes it gets really convoluted and extra for no reason. But the promotions that we're working for right now are very understanding and they get it, and we respect them having the trust in us to go out there and do what we do.
And that's important too. To have the trust too. But I agree, man. You guys are one of the best out there. I would love to see you guys head I can guarantee, I feel confident saying if you guys were even to go to Japan or something like that and take on some of the amazing tag team talents out there, you guys would absolutely kill it.
Yeah, spread that word. That is that's one like our number one goal.
that is a goal.
Like getting signed is cool, but like we really want to do a Japan tour. That'd be
really
awesome.
Good. I think you guys would flourish there, honestly.
Yeah, that would be sweet. No, I agree. I agree with Dean. I mean, like I said, I've seen a lot of tag teams, and tag teams have always been cool, in my opinion, especially ones that can work together. That's always when I was growing up. You had like Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, the tag teams that were legit tag teams, and they just always did. They looked sweet. You know what I'm saying? They knew what each other was going to do. You knew what he was going to do. He knew what he was going to do. They played off each other and fed off each other, and it was just beautiful synchronization.
And you guys got that. The chemistry's there.
Yeah, the chemistry, like we trained together, and then eventually, a few years after we had because he was tagging with his brother, I was tagging with someone else, and then eventually, like both our tag teams went away, and then we did some single stuff for a little bit. Then I got hurt right when OCW was going to put us together initially. So OCW was the one that actually gave Warhoss the opportunity to be a tag team, so that will always be appreciated. And then once I came back from injury, we decided that we were actually going to pull the trigger and just rock with it, and it's worked.
Hell yeah, it has.
I mean, you guys are holding 7 tag team titles at the moment.
Yeah, I'm saying
pretty damn well.
Do you guys have a special suitcase like for your belts
We
or
have
like
backpacks that we have separate backpacks we put them in, so then that way we can keep track of them, because like sometimes it is hard to like make sure like you have all of them. And like the other day we were one of our trainers was like, "Have you guys taken pictures with your new belts yet? Like all of them?" And I was like, "No." And then so he made us go and get them all and do another like photo
little photo shoot.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, it's really cool to do those, and you look at them, you're like, "Man, we got all these. Let's do something with it." And so like it's good promotional material, and it's also good for other promoters and the wrestlers to see it and like, hey, like we're a legitimate tag team. We travel together. We live together, we train together, so it's a legitimate thing that we're trying to do here.
That's
Hell
awesome.
yeah, that's
I love
awesome.
it.
I wanted to ask you guys, obviously, were you guys wrestling fans your whole lives? Have you always been into wrestling? And if so, who were some of your influences, obviously, going into wrestling?
Yeah, I've always been a fan growing up. Back in the Attitude Era days when my parents wouldn't let me watch it, but my brother would sneak it on TV, so we'd be able to go and watch it together and stuff like that. So big time influences like during the Attitude Era, of course, Stone Cold, always a big time.
That's Dean's favorite.
Might be a little controversial. I was always a big fan of JBL, APA.
Hey, I love the APA.
Yeah, just stuff like hard hitters. Guys that come in and knock the block off. Those are the ones that I enjoyed the most.
See, that was
Hardcore Holly was one of those guys.
Oh yeah, he was. Jesus.
That was a bad dude.
I was always I started watching wrestling a little bit later. And And then once I started watching, I really got into it, and I got into not just like the story, but like everything about it. And then I was a mix of the people that I like. Like I was a big fan of Chris Jericho in the heyday, big fan of Shawn Michaels, but like Kane and Taker were there, and the APA. And then I would start watching older wrestling, so you didn't have like the Rock and Roll Express. So it's like you have all these different things, and then as you get older and you start to explore more wrestling, like it's so abundant, and you start watching like New Japan and Noah, and just get all this wealth of knowledge and talent, and it just builds that passion. Like you want to get to that level, you want to be successful and have fun along the way. Like that's the big thing that I think that gets lost is like the fun that is professional wrestling.
Yeah, like you guys go out and kill it. You guys kick ass when you guys step into the ring, but ultimately the goal is to kick ass and have fun. Like it's once, you wanted to have fun while you're doing it. Nobody wants to be unhappy at their job.
Right. No, it's definitely a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
As I'm on the move.
Do you guys have any specific tag teams that you guys kind of as a group kind of were influenced by heading into a tag team as yourself?
Yeah, I can name a few right off the rip that we've wrestled before, we need to wrestle again, or like just want to wrestle. Like TME, definitely for sure, main event.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We wrestled him one time and it was so much fun. And then but it was a hard hitting match too. Like it was a very
I was gonna say I've
match.
seen them live one time. I follow both of them on socials, and I've seen them Them are some big boys.
Yeah, they're humongous.
The four of y'all, and that's a lot of men in the ring right there.
Yeah. PME, Philly and Marino, like we have great chemistry with them, and like we've done some stuff. Great. It's been great.
I would say they just recently lost their mega tag team titles last week at Night of Champions to Cash Inc. again.
Oh man,
I think we lost Crosshairs.
Oh no.
Oh man. How about you though? Do you got any other tag teams that you specifically would like to wrestle again?
Oh yeah. DD Trash is always a really fun one. We've had plenty of battles back and forth with them. They were always fun. It almost happened, but getting to wrestle Ricky Morton and his son as a tag team, that almost came to fruition, but COVID kind of put the blunder on that.
Oh. That would have been a great experience.
I would love to be able to dance with them too, get that match back somehow. Yeah, there's an abundance of tag teams out there that I really want to get. Like there's some across overseas, like C4 over on the West Coast. I've got to chat with them. They're really good. I love to work them. There's a lot of tag teams across the world that I really like to get in the ring and dance with.
I would love to see you guys go against some of those tag teams over in Japan. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna start sharing your guys' stuff more and more, and kind of like throwing your name in the hat if I see a post from one of them, or just if there's anything we can do to help get that going for you guys, man, I'm all for that because I think you guys are doing amazing over there.
I mean, much appreciated. Yeah, that's one thing that we did set a goal for, was to get over to Japan eventually. Because we love watching Japanese wrestling. We love watching any Noah, New Japan, every promotion over there. We watch. That's usually how we get through our road trips, is watching some New Japan wrestling on road trips and stuff like that.
Oh hell yeah!
There's a lot of talent over there, man.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm going back on DD Trash, saying you guys had a nice rivalry with them. That was one of my last OCW shows when me and Paulie came, and we came as fans. We weren't working for Believe Land anymore at that time, and we got to sit in the front row and actually enjoy. And you and DD Trash, and I mean Warhoss versus DD Trash just went hard. It was an awesome hard.
It always does, dude. It always has. We've gotten to see them a few times go to battle. It's always been a good time.
We wrestled them over a few promotions. We've had a lock horns with them. Never got to finish the little battle, the story though, in OCW.
No, man.
Still got to finish taking them out.
We miss OCW.
Yeah, we've been talking about that recently. We were just talking to Paulie a couple days ago about OCW, and he was saying how much he misses everybody and stuff like that. So hopefully OCW will make its little comeback. I know you guys had your nice little stints over there. Were you guys 2-time or 3-time tag team champions over there?
2-time.
2-time. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I hopefully they come back. I mean, like Pat's or like Kelly said earlier, you guys are holding 7 different tag team titles right now. Hopefully, with all all due respect here, hopefully you guys keep all 7 of them for as long as you possibly can, because that's just a phenomenal thing, man. We definitely appreciate you guys. We definitely miss you guys a lot. I've tried to get Crosshairs back in here. It seems we've lost him.
Oh no.
That's all right. We'll definitely have you guys back on again soon. And we'll definitely have Paulie on next time because, again, he said he misses you guys. So I'm sure he'd love to talk to you and chop it with you as well. If you talk to Kelly, I'm sure I'll send him a message and get a hold of him. Tell him we send him our best. And hopefully we see you guys here soon, man.
Yeah, by the way, man, the new merch design for your t-shirts.
Oh yeah, I need a t-shirt. We're gonna talk about that too. I'll talk to the page. I need a t-shirt.
If you guys
absolutely
go to the Warhoss's page, social page, go look at the new design. If you're a 90s Attitude Era fan, you'll know exactly what it's inspired by, and it's phenomenal. I need one myself.
Oh, hold on. Kelly's back. Let's get him in here.
Yeah, there it is. See, you
Let's go. I know he's at work.
He said he was partying.
Oh, he was on a house party.
After work partying.
Hot tag. Is he here?
Hot tag. It says he's connected. But yeah, like Dean was saying, get over to Warhoss. Get over and follow their socials. Check out the new merch. The new shirt is beyond sweet, man. I saw it and I fucking marked out immediately.
Hey, that's all. Funny enough, that was from we went to Revenge. They had the logo kind of like as our Titantron thing, and as soon as we saw that, we was like, yes. Then we tweaked it a little bit to fit our little design, and then
I think it's perfect.
It's one of my favorites and ones we've had so far, by far.
Kelly, good to see you, man. How are you? We lost you there for a second. I think we lost him again. He's frozen.
Oh no,
he's frozen.
Frozen.
Come on, man.
Turn off the Wi-Fi, bro.
I see you guys just
problem is I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
Wrestling, huh? You guys just recently showed up at OVW.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, we lost him again. Tell us about it, Pat. Tell us about it.
Yeah. We just recently down there at OVW. Got to wrestle there. That was our 5th time being down there, I believe. Wrestling in front of that OVW crowd. We go there. Every now and then we show up there, just trying to make the town. I know it was a really good experience. The wealth of knowledge in the back there is insane.
Is it? I kind of imagine there would be. I have yet to go out and be able to check out a show, but that's something on our bucket list is to take a trip down there and go check out an OVW show.
Oh yeah, it's well ran. It's got Al Snow back there, running the helm. Got Bastion back there helping us make tag matches, being back there as wealth knowledge of tag team wrestling. Bastion's been everywhere and done everything. So the wealth of knowledge just in the back of that locker room going down there is insane.
Well, speaking on OVW, I saw recently shared on the Warhoss Facebook page, they shared the Golden Lions winning the tag team titles. Is that something you guys have set your sights on in 2024?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, we're belt collectors. Any type of belt out there, we want them. So definitely OVW is absolutely on the radar.
I was going to say earlier, 7's a nice amount of time. I think you guys need more, though.
Yeah, we need double digits.
I was gonna say 8. You get 4 on each arm. That it'll weigh nice balance out. It just works out that
10
way.
though. That 10.
That 10. That double digits. Kelly, are you back? Can we hear you?
I don't know. Am I still frozen?
Nope. He's good. We got him.
Oh,
all right.
hot tag. There it is.
Yeah, we were hot tag. We were talking about your new merch, new shirt while you were gone, which is fucking phenomenal. And then obviously, the Golden Lions being on the radar, maybe OVW tag team titles and more.
Yeah, just from going down there and then watching OVW and then getting to know Cash Flow and Shira, those are some hard hitters that have also given us advice and given us tips and stuff. And Cash was big about us. You guys should come back down. Guys should be here. So when you have like when you have the locker room, wanting your presence, wanting to see you compete, wanting you to get better, like it's really inspirational and makes you want to work a little bit harder. So we put in our bid, and so hopefully we'll see if they'll use us a little bit more in 2024.
Hell yeah!
Like,
Well, we definitely
2024 is gonna be huge for you guys.
Yeah, we're definitely hoping for that for you. And like speaking on what you said, I know it's not in the same vein, but I know it's kind of the same for us because when we see guys like Jimmy, when we see Jimmy Shane now, who we don't get to see that much, we used to see you guys every month at OCW. Once a month, we'd see you guys. Now we see Jimmy probably every couple of months, and he's always like, "It's so good to see you guys." Like miss you guys. They're talking about us, asking about us because they haven't seen us in a while. So I get it. It's kind of nice to have people wanting you around, kind of deal. Sharing stuff with you. But before we let you go, I'm glad we got you back in here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say wrestling can be sometimes it can be standoffish, and sometimes you have to be a little selfish, just to kind of get to where you need to be because it's a competition at the end of the day. We're all striving for that goal of being booked, getting a contract, making an impact, making a statement, just getting the eyes on you. And so you have people that are willing to like welcome you in or like put in a word for you or just be like those guys are like legit, like that means a lot to us, and I don't think it gets said enough. So yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. I totally understand that. Like, it's nice to have people got your back and want to book you or rebook you because you came in and did what you were supposed to do and were a good worker.
Right.
I get it.
But I agree. Sometimes you have to
do those. We'll go and say, hey, like we did a show for Conquest, and the Outrunners were on that show, and then they had their show the next day, and one of their teams, wasn't available, so they saw us on another show. So, like, every opportunity is an opportunity. You have to put your best foot forward, and like when guys are paying attention and are seeing that, like, oh, these guys know what they're doing, like let's bring them in. Like it's a big step, and that's what we want to do, especially in 2024. We need people to put their eyes on us and pay attention because we're doing the big branding thing with the new shirts. I got some other stuff in the works, so we're working on some stuff. So I'm excited.
I'm excited for you guys.
Well, we definitely said, like we were talking to Pat, we're gonna get some shirts. We're gonna get with you and get some shirts. Whether we see you guys, we'll have to get them in person or you have to ship them out to us. But we definitely want some of those Attitude Era-esque shirts. They're really fucking sweet.
Those are badass. Those are badass. Nice. I was like, ooh, I need it.
All right. So before we let you guys go, is there anything you want to say to anybody listening? Any tag teams listening? I know there's a lot of wrestlers that listen to our show, guys.
Shout out to people that are listening. What you got going on? Where can they find you coming up?
Yeah, coming up. You got upcoming shows. I know you just had a show on the 9th.
Yeah, so coming up, we have I think we're done for the year, but then RWA's anniversary show is coming up. We'll be wrestling the Gambinos for the RWA tag team titles. Excited about that because they're the best in Pittsburgh versus the best in the Midwest. Who's going to win? So I'm excited about that.
Ohio.
We weren't able to make the last Wrestling Theology show to defend our titles, so we left a promo or sent a message basically challenging anybody to step up to wrestle us for those titles. And then there's a couple promotions where we're going out to Chicago for we're trying to get back to Chicago League Wrestling, Chicagoland Wrestling. There's a bunch of places we're trying to go to. We want to go back to OVW again, working to get back at War, working to make our way up to AIW. There's just so much wrestling available right now. And we just want to be part of everything. We want to wrestle the best teams that are out there because that's the only way you're going to get better, literally.
Independent wrestling right now is flourishing, and it's a beautiful place right now. There's so much for everybody. I was going to ask you, how's the wrestling scene in Chicago? I've never been to Chicago.
It's big, man. A lot of lucha, which is cool. So
really?
We're these big, massive human beings that pop up on lucha shows a lot in Chicago.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I wouldn't have expected that, honestly. That's cool, though.
It's really cool. We are the former Wrestle League Tag Team Champions, so we're looking for this year to go back and get those back, hopefully. That's the plan there. Square Circle Megastars is a promotion out there. They have great production. They don't run a lot of shows, but the production quality and the talent they bring in is phenomenal. And so we're looking to go out there again and do some damage. So we're working on And then obviously like freelance is like the mecca in Chicago right now. And so that's also on our radar too, for sure.
Freelance.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know that I've talked to Jimmy and a couple other people, and we're going to try to make our way down to War, because that's not too far away from us. So hopefully, we can catch you guys. If you guys do a War show, we'd love to see you guys there. That'd be sweet. And like I said, anything you guys are sharing, upcoming wise, we'll start sharing it as well.
Buckeye Championship Wrestling's first show is January 27th. So definitely try to check that out if you can in Newark, Ohio.
I'm down with that. Newark's not far at all.
Yeah, that's not far either. That's a pretty close one as well. So yeah, we'd love to see you guys, and anything you guys are sharing about upcoming stuff, we'll make sure to get it shared out too. Thank you guys for taking time and joining us. We appreciate it, man.
No, thank you for finally not dodging us. I appreciate it.
I wasn't trying to catch a Hoss toss. I figured I had to get you.
Nobody wants one of those, man.
Exactly.
Paulie does.
Paulie does.
I feel like I terrify him every day. Every time I see him.
Paulie would die.
All right. Well, thank you guys again. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, you go out, you get on socials, you follow Warhoss, pick up one of the new shirts, support local wrestling.
Let's get them to Japan, man. Let's go.
Let's get these Let's get these boys to Japan. That's one of their goals. Let's manifest that and make it happen. So for Warhoss, I'm the best in the world, and that's the big dog. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.